Listening to our strength coaches talk about the off season, I was extremely pleased and like the look of our team. Obviously, haven't put pads on yet, but they seem to have a great spirit about them and want to compete. Our theme this year is Rise Up. I really enjoyed this 2 week of camp where we can really spend a lot of time speaking truth into our young men's lives, hopefully that it will take and impact our life outside of football. Our three things we're really concentrating on is being competitors that love to win and hate to lose in every area of our life, understanding the meaning of sacrifice, others before self, and learning to communicate, which builds trust and being a transparent young man. So we've had a good kickoff. We've got some great speakers lined up to come in and share some truth with us. I look forward to those guys, and then continuing to try to elevate our program to where we can compete year in, year out for the Southeastern Conference and the Western Division. Really like the look of our team, love our coaching staff, the chemistry and consistency that we've been able to maintain here. Thanks a lot to our core values and to our administration for continuing to support and do things here that are making Ole Miss, very relevant in the college football scene. So it's been a good 2 days. Look forward to getting media days done and really locking in for 2 weeks with our team and hopefully building chemistry. I've said it before. I really believe that one of the differences in this conference between winning close games and losing them besides breaks that sometimes happen is the chemistry that's formed in that locker room. And so we'll depend upon the leadership of our team. We've got a leadership council that's been formed that has really spent some time with me, and I really like kind of the things they're trying to get accomplished in that locker room. So looking forward to the season.
All right, raise your hand. We'll bring a microphone to you if you have a question.
I know it's only been a couple of days, but you've got a number of newcomers on like they finally Rob Greg Little, Deontay Anderson. To see all these guys, what are your first impressions?
I love what I see. They're learning. It's a learning curve. We're splitting practices. The young kids are getting 12 or 8 periods, by themselves, whereas all teach. And in the first 2 days, really like what I've seen from those young guys. And they're good kids, and they're obviously talented. But I think that I think this could be our best class from just 2 days of being out there. We've had some good classes, but I really think from top to bottom, this 16 class it looks after 2 days, whatever that's worth. I haven't been disappointed.
Hey, you didn't see Jeremy Liggins out there. Tell us a little bit about his situation.
Jeremy he's being withheld from camp for violation of team standards. We're working with him to get him back out there as soon as we can.
Give an update on Tony Connor. How's his progress going? I know he's going to hope to be ready right about now. Is he closer?
Well, I haven't watched today's film, but my instructions to the coaches are get him to the bus. So his reps will be, he knows what we're doing. He knows our scheme. He's one of our better football players, and I asked him last night how he felt. He said he felt great after the first practice. I hadn't seen him after today, but I know in the perimeter drill he caught my eye a couple of times, being normal, and that's exciting for us.
Hey Hugh, I know it's been kind of a tumultuous off season and everything. Does the NCAA stuff and all that, does it take away from the joy of kind of having the program where you want it right now, or does that kind of go away when you get on the football field?
Yeah, it hasn't stolen our joy at all.
Questions?
What's your first impression of Rommel Maneo?
Quick learner. Have to run him out of the building. He's a football junkie. I love that about him, and anxious to get pads on, see how he does, but didn't see many mistakes that he made yesterday, and it's brand new to him. Same thing for Bean Dukes. You know, I think both are very similar. I mean, they just they want to learn, they want to know what to do, and still early. They move fine. I think we've got two guys there that are going to help us.
You mentioned Romel and Bean Dukes and two guys that can help you with newcomers. What other guys, when you look out there, I know Greg's obviously one, Deontay, but potentially two of those new guys, who are do you think could help you in terms of positioning?
Well, it's still early. You know, Miles Hartfield has had flashes where you think, so are some of those redshirt guys, Montreal Custis and Eric Sweeney, you know, Armani, you know, all those guys we're depending on to see, but it's way too early for me to say, you know, these new guys are definitely great. I like all the old linemen that we signed. I think they've got potential to be really good players, but it is a development time that most will have to have, but some will have to be quicker than others because of needs. But excited about all those kids you mentioned, and you know, I think Ross Donnelly has caught my eye. Herbert Moore is going to give us some reps, and you know, he's a really good two-gapper, and something we hadn't had a lot of outside of Woody in the last few years. So Isaac Gross being back is like a breath of fresh air. So there's a lot of guys that are catching my eye right now. Conyers being back, he's a leader.
Coach, which position do you feel like you need to develop the quickest for FSU?
You know, everybody's going to say O-line. That's probably going to be the answer every year, just because of the talented defensive lines that we face. They've got the toughest task. We need to develop some depth behind that and a tight end. Octavius Cooley is like he could be a special player. You know, he's got a learning curve. He's got to get quickly, but you know, and then probably linebacker. You know, just making sure that we got exactly. Willie Hill has caught my eye a few times at playing the Mike linebacker also. So it's early to tell. After a couple of weeks, I'll know more on that.
With Jeremy being out, what does that do in terms of the competition there and what you need from Alex and Greg, even to accelerate kind of their progress?
Right now we're playing Alex, Rod Taylor, and Greg at left tackle, and kind of like all three of them. I think they all have potential to be good players. We obviously want Jeremy to be back quickly and get in the swing of things, but to just provide even more depth and competition there. But those three are pretty good competing right now also.
Probably not fair this early in camp, but A.J. Brown kind of reminds me of Laquan Treadwell in that mold. You see that kind of potential in him?
If I were to compare, I tried to do this. One of the scouts out there before we started practice asked me that, and how would they compare day one to day one. And I would be hard pressed to say that AJ wasn't farther along at this point. What that means long term, who knows? But he certainly has been impressive. So has DK.
All right, we'll take some questions up top.
With chemistry being so important with this team and what you guys are doing, how do you keep you guys focused on what's happening on the field, not getting caught up in the outside distractions, and how important is that to get yourself ready for kind of a daunting, challenging schedule?
Yeah. It's a lot easier than you guys really believe because of kids. They understand that they have zero control and zero to do with a lot of the things that are going on. And we kind of got the rise up theme from Ezra 10:4, where it says, "Rise up, you control this." And the whole deal is when you get to control what you can control, and that's everything that happens on that field, off the field, in social decisions, academic decisions, and in this room, and that's what you should concentrate on. And when you see the kids doing that, it's quite a motivator for our coaches.
Hey, Coach, right up in the middle. Taylor Cole told me a couple years ago that his goal was to be a starting linebacker at one point, and then, excuse me, lead the SEC in tackles. How far along is he just cracking the starting lineup for you and getting to that goal he set for himself?
We're certainly glad we have him. He's had some injuries, and it has slowed him considerably in probably his desire to achieve that. But in the meeting this morning, staff meeting, our trainers think that he's close to being able to go every practice and every rep. We'll see when we get pads on, but he's had a difficult time this past spring and off season with some shoulders, and he plays the game like it's supposed to be played, and sometimes our bodies don't hold up as well, but I think he's close to being 100%.
Talk about Ellie, quarterback, and have you seen a change in him since the offseason going into the second year of the program?
He's hungry. He's determined. He's today in practice, I thought he was very, very sharp. Looked like he did at the end of the season last year in our Skelly competition, which is an offensive drill. I'll confess that on the front end, but typically there's decent competition, and he completed the first 12 of 12 throws in that, and was really, really sharp. The ball was going to the right place. He's getting the protection set right. I think that he looked really good.
Any more questions up top?
And just about Shea Patterson, how have you seen him the first couple of days? How's he looked?
Really good. You know, for a true freshman, to have the mental capacity that he has for the game, to be able to pick up as fast as he has. His mechanics are very, very good to begin with, but sometimes, you know, you would think that a true freshman gets out there and all the different things he's seen from defenses could rattle him some or confuse him some. It happens very few times on him, which is very pleasing to us.
All right, any more questions up top?
Can I follow that up?
Sure.
Yeah, do you have any idea when you would have a timeline for like deciding a redshirt or just playing, or how you would?
No, we haven't. We probably won't think about that until we get into the games. He'll be traveling with us, ready to play, and we'll kind of make that maybe even during the course of games. So it's not something we are going to discuss this early, but we're getting him prepared to play.
I'll take another question up top here on the end.
Coach, how's Derek Jones? How has he improved over his last few years now heading into his senior season?
We're talking about the receiver, Jones. He's you know, he's a kid that I wish we could have redshirted when he started, because we probably haven't given him the number of opportunities that his talent deserves, and we're hopeful that we can figure out a way to make that happen for him.
All right, any more questions up top? All right, we'll go back downstairs. We're down to the bottom.
Can you give us an update on Fadal Brown?
Came out